Thumbnail. You know, thumbnail. And that's what's up. So we're just going to roll with that. Roll with that. Like your wife's midsection. You know what I mean? Roll with that. Like Adele's dinner request. Roll with that. Like a stagehand for the Doobie Brothers. I don't fucking know. Get way the fuck out of my ass. Way. All right, fucking Monday morning bars. Monday morning bars. Maybe. Probably not. Man, I don't know if you guys have heard the new Gemini AI freestyle, but it's fucking impressive, man. I mean, he's no Michael Talbot, but still, you know, impressive. He says a bunch of corny ass shit, and he does the fucking Curtis Blow. He's like, I'm an AI. I like to write stuff and things like that because it's not tough for me because I'm an AI. You get it? No, I'm just teasing. They say Mike can't rhyme with orange. Shit, bitches, you boring. I'm gonna be over here snoring. I'm ignoring you motherfuckers saying I can't rhyme with vagina. I'm trying to find a bitch from North Carolina who's gonna stop snorting my lines up. Just like that. Orange. You can't rhyme with orange. I can rhyme with orange. Something like that. And Sarah. I can rhyme with Sarah. And Barkley. That's another hard one. Rhyming with Barkley is tough as shit, dude. You have a dog named Barkley and try to fucking spit hot bars to him in the morning and when you're showering with him because you're lonely as fuck and shower with your dog beats shower with nobody, right? I don't know. I really don't know that that's true. Monday morning bars. What do I got to say? All right, where do I start off? Okay. Goering. Alan Goering, you're a pussy. I'll kiss you in your hot fucking mouth. We'll keep going. So if it's the law offices of Goering and Slickard, would that be logs like Andy Six's creamy logs? Gaten T. Wood, you still owe me one fight for charity. You fucking judicial motherfucker, you not fake judge. This dude is like fucking 100 pounds heavier than me, but so Gaten T. Wood, I challenge you to a fight for charity. Your child to, I don't care, as long as I get your ass in the ring and fucking get to yank your fucking panties down and give your gigantic ass a fucking, it's not a freestyle, it's an offer. You know what I mean? I'm just teasing Gaten T. Wood. I think you're amazing. You're a prime candidate for my favorite judge ever. You know what I mean? And I think we're gonna fucking get it off swimmingly in these proceedings, as opposed to what you did with my fucking kid. You remember when you trafficked my 4 children, let my wife fucking escape with my kids from the state so that you could get like fucking $1.25 million in child support or some shit with your asshole buddies at Title 4D, which hasn't even been enacted into a positive law and ratified by Congress in Title 4D. we're just killing some time to see what happens with Christopher Real. If he doesn't show up, then something. I don't know. It says hard rap beat, but I'm totally soft over here. You know what I mean? I feel like this is bleeding. You want to smoke a J? Yeah, some J's. Wait for some people to cycle in here. 90 sample, huh? Let's see what's up with this shit. Ah, yeah. Ah, Christopher Real, it is time for a fucking battle rap, my friend. Me and Christopher Real are about to fucking battle rap it up. And he's gonna be like, ooh, ooh, baby, baby, baby. Just teasing. Bitch made shit stank like a fish tank. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Oh, come on, man. Come on. Man, I made a fucking badass 3-man chess set. And then this cunt come in my house the other night fucking being cunty and knocking shit over like cunts do and spilled a big old bottle of fucking cunt wine on my fucking table that it took me almost a year to make. Smashed it into a million pieces. Dovetailed fucking legs and all. I'm happy with it. Fucking cunts, man. Ooh. This is the kind of music that you smoke crack to. Witness as I smoke crack to this fucking amazing ICP sounding beat. Like, I'm a juggalo. And juggalo rhymes with tug of bro, which is what they love to do. Tug of bro. Get it? It's all right. Violent J's dying of cancer, and that's sad. Shaggy Too Dope is a fag, though. And really all I've got to say about it is that was the first concert I went to, and it's kind of embarrassing. Embarrassing, I guess. Like being 42 and fucking twice divorced and kids missing and fucking addicted to drugs. That shit's also kind of embarrassing, but you coming on, big boy? Oh, good God. We got to find the drop the baby beat. Drop the baby beat. Drop the baby type beat. Show me that drop the baby type beat, please. Give me that drop the baby type beat, please. Gotta have that drop the baby type beat. It's like a free drop the baby type beat. I don't know. Trying to drop the baby. Just waiting for my dude. My dude's not in here yet. I guess I took it out of here. Here we go. This ain't what it actually sounds like when you drop a baby, though. I just want to be fucking straightforward with you guys. It's not accurate. Every baby I've ever dropped made a different sound than this one. A lot of time and effort went into that fucking experiment, too, so that I would have the knowledge, the first-hand knowledge to be able to tell you guys what a baby sounds like when you drop them. It ain't this. First off, there's no beat, except for me, beating the wife when she fucking gets upset about it. I just... Hey, guy.
What's up, Bleak?
Oh, just playing some fucking drop the baby type beat. I also have eating chips type beat and large Sprite from McDonald's type beat. If you're interested.
Let's hear the eating chips one. That one's kind of lame. You're playing right now, in my
Oh
opinion.
yeah, the eating chips is really not so cool, man.
Yeah, that one's bad.
Yeah, they're all bad, dude. They're everything that I'm trying to, you know, everything that I'm fucking with is lame as shit, dude. Even these papers are stuck together, dude. Like Jesus, I got a fucking sore on the roof of my mouth, but I just keep rubbing it with my tongue, and that's only making it worse. How you been?
Oh man, it's the same. You know.
Oh, brother, that was some good ass editing. That was some
Well,
good ass editing. I was really proud of that shit.
well,
You know what
thanks,
I mean?
man. I mean, the editing was kind of shitty, but you could see. I mean, the time that's like 40 different videos that I put in there.
Oh,
It took me.
bro, slap that shit together in a matter of hours. It doesn't have to be seamless transition after seamless transition with fucking, studio risers and fucking dram fucking bass to fucking make it a good
Yeah,
video.
you know,
That was a good fucking video.
thanks, man. Yeah, it was missing all the fucking flash, with the smooth transitions and music and stuff like that. But I just tried to join them together, so that it was getting the point of what I was trying to express, and not just a bunch of
I think
shit.
I think you've done well. So how
Then
do
I
we
put the
start this off then?
disclaimer
How
too.
would you like to
I didn't
introduce
want to
it to my people?
misrepresent it. What's that?
How would you like to introduce this here episode to my people?
Oh yeah, well I just I had an idea, a big idea, and
The idea.
no, I didn't want to just come out and say what it was because I thought maybe it would be more effective, to try to lead my viewers to it, is what I was trying to
Right.
do. And I don't know if I accomplished it or not. I don't, as far as the comments, uh, I'd say I didn't,
Big ass fucking spider.
but I got the idea was about the right to travel, that I think things could change overnight if outlaw motorcycle clubs, just one of them even, would decide that why do they have permissions on their to use their own property, you know?
Right. Well,
It
essentially,
doesn't make sense. You
without
think of anybody, like if you think of anybody would embrace the idea of that, of the right to travel, it would be self-proclaimed outlaws,
right,
that love freedom,
essentially,
and
without taking the gloves all the way off and spitting the mouthpiece in the corner, it's a call to these MCs and so-called one percenters to stop playing dress up. You know what I mean, and actually act the part. We can see them driving around with their fucking permission slips on the back of their fucking bikes and stuff, and that's not very
yeah.
outlaw, dude. It's very much not outlaw, in my
I mean,
humble opinion.
they could set an example, man. I mean, maybe they don't care about the plight of us that are on the front lines of the right to travel. We're taking a beating. Maybe they don't care about that, but you think you know their image. Which who among them wants to stand up and say, yeah, we're the ones that are gonna say that yeah, we're not gonna fucking play this little permission slip game with these fucking pigs anymore, because then the pigs wouldn't have the luxury of knowing who they were, you know because they don't even like, I'll tell you one thing, the pigs, they don't even like approaching me. It's a planned attack every time when they engage me, and that's just one man on a motorcycle or behind the wheel of a van, that they don't know with certainty who I am and what's going to happen to them if they ambush me. So it's always a planned attack. Now think if there's a group of you know patched 1% motorcycle club members with no plates on their advertising who they are or what crimes they're committing, you know if they've been to prison and everything, all that shit is advertised to the fucking pigs right on their fucking motorcycles. It would scare them fucking shitless, man. And you might see a lot of them motherfuckers start quitting. They get shook a little bit. You know, that's what needs to happen, man.
Right.
You know, something's got to shake them, man. You know, fucking bowing down and complying, man, and hoping, you know, oh, I hope they don't, not me this time. You know, that doesn't fucking work, man. That's not enough. You know. So
I don't personally think that it would be a bad thing to thin the herd out. Not that I know anything about the numbers of these clubs, but it's like tattoo apprenticeship, man. When I went through my tattoo apprenticeship, they wanted nothing more than to make sure that they shook loose every little fucking art school student and spoiled little asshole that could buy his way into there. You know what I mean? And so they were brutal.
yeah, you mean the numbers as far as how many people are in them in the clubs? Well, that's what that guy was saying.
Check.
He's got 700,000 subscribers to his channel. So I don't know. I would guess 1 million. I don't know. I really don't know. But that, you know, that's
The
just
membership
the
speak.
too. There's a lot of clubs that aren't the 1%. You know, they're mostly support clubs, riding clubs of the 1%. You know, in support of the 1%er club in their area. So, you know,
Right.
I think it's just the problem is,
Right.
I think, is that it's so steeped in dogma, you know, that people don't it's resistant to change. The culture is resistant to change, I think.
Right. This video was "It's time to turn the tide on tyranny," correct?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You wanna jump into it, or do you want to talk a little bit more about the concept?
But whatever you want, man. I mean, you got
I think it's imperative to
audience,
reiterate
you know,
to these people who don't really know shit about this lifestyle that the right to travel is the beginning and the end of all of this shit. As far as your tyrannical, fake ass de facto government goes, if we take our plates off, and we all, even if just a small percentage of us, let's say fucking a quarter of us or 12%, you know, a half of a quarter of us, 12.5% of us, if that many adults in this country grabbed a rifle and a pair of boots and started fucking marching, we would have the largest standing army on the face of the fucking planet. So, like,
yeah, well,
it stands to reason that if that many of us stop paying our taxes, if that many of us stop going to our government fucking jobs, you know. But I mean, this is better. This is better because it uses the Operation Human Shield, and these motherfuckers that are covered in tattoos can't ever shut up about how fucking tough they are. Got to look the part, sound the part. I'm not saying they're not. I'm saying it's time to put the fuck up, man. I don't get to run around like
the fact that that it is such a big deal, you know, and that people feel like it's a life or death thing, that they got to be hiding behind those permission you know, plates, and their permission is in their wallet, the license, you know. The fact that seems like such a matter of life or death, man, is all the more reason to shed it, you know. It shouldn't be you know, people fear for their lives, you know, by taking off a piece of metal off of their property, you know. That's how entrenched
right.
they got us into, you know, into the slave system. It shouldn't be a big deal, you know. What's it really change? You know, I realized that a long time ago. Oh, the registration expired. Oh, insurance lapsed. You know, it's the damnedest thing. My van started up and acted the same. It had the same problems it did before you know, that imaginary thing expired. You know, it has nothing to do with anything. And
Right.
if you look at all those unlicensed, unregistered ATVs on the city streets. They're all riding in a formation, you know, except when they're goofing off and stuff. But for the most part, when they showed them on the highways and stuff, they were all, you know, distanced from each other, you know. And even like you know, at a concert or something, man, when you're all packed in, there's a ton of people there. People make paths and stuff. You don't just, you're not bumping into one person after another like that, you know. But things have a way of flowing. You know, people don't want to wreck their cars. You know, they're trying to not do that. None of that shit. You know, it's not for safety. All that shit. It has nothing to do with it. I think that's self-evident.
Right. Right.
Oh yeah, the when they said that one bridge or a toll or something had 11% people were evading the toll, and I was pleased to hear that. I think that's a
Right.
pretty good number. 11% are either obscuring their plate or don't have one on there, some kind of gimmick or gadget. 11%, that's pretty good. Out of every, that's every lemming, sheep that's out of the whole, all of them.
Correct.
But some of those are probably
Correct.
police too. Some of those are probably police that don't have DMV placards. They're not subject to that toll. But that was just one aspect of it. It was just I thought it kind of rounded off the issue a little bit, showed some different things that are going on. That the current climate, things has changed. And I think it's got some momentum to build on, and that's why those bureaucrats are so desperate to beat down these brush fires before they spread. And I want them to spread. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We got a few brush fires of freedom going, and they're trying to beat them down frantically. So
Right.
let's ban them.
Right. Well, before we hop into this, I was going to share screen and go over what a license means in its origin, etymologically, and all that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well,
so
phonetically, it's a lot license. What do you got, Bleak?
saying that they're incorrect either. You know what I mean? Certainly not saying that they're incorrect.
I can't read
See,
that.
what we got here is a failure to communicate. All right, so it says, have you ever been perplexed by the term license appearing as license with no S while reading a British novel or Canada-based news website, blah, blah, blah. Unsure about the difference between the two, blah, blah, blah. So in essence, license with a C is used in the UK while it's used in the US with license.
Did not know that.
Originating in the Middle English, this word stemmed from the Old French word license. Is mainly used in Britain today. Wow, this was a crappy one, man. All right, well, that was just absolute shit. I will try to find something a little less crappy. And
I got a little
we'll
filler
roll with that. Go for it.
This is from American Jurisprudence, first edition, constitutional law.
Nice.
Personal liberty largely consists of the right of locomotion, to go where and when one pleases, only as far restrained as the rights of others may make it necessary for the welfare of all other citizens. The right of the citizen to travel upon the public highways and to transport his property thereon by horse-drawn carriage, wagon, or automobile is not a mere privilege, which may be permitted or prohibited at will, but the common right which he has under the right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Under this constitutional guarantee, one may, therefore, under normal conditions, travel at his inclination along the public highways or in public places, and while conducting himself in an orderly and decent manner, neither interfering with nor disturbing another's rights, he will be protected, not only in his person, but in his safe conduct.
Yeah.
That's American jurisprudence. I think that's like interpretations of the of our rights, right? Of the Constitution, the Bill of Rights.
Absolutely, that's what it's that's what it means in essence. Jurisprudence being the
scholarly
from
scholarly explanations and and opinions on what the law is. So if we don't, if you can't go by that, what can you go by? That is the law.
Correct.
It's as much law as case law, which is an opinion on what the law is, and all of that is has to do with our rights. That's the only things that opinions are written on.
Right. Absolutely.
And I got these right to travel flyers still. I got a bunch of them. If anyone wants one, just give me your address. I'll send one on the mail to you.
Sorry, my dog's spazzing out, man. I'm trying to find blacks in the first iteration, or license in the first iteration of blacks here. Having a little bit of trouble, as this whole motherfucker is a picture, like a scan, and so it just ain't gonna do it for me. Plus, I had a spider on me earlier, and ooh.
Is there anyone here?
Municipal police regulations must operate in a manner that is not arbitrary, oppressive, or fraudulent. That's for City of Russellville versus Vulcan Materials Corporation Company, 1980. Everyone knows Hale versus Hinkle, right? Cruden versus Neal.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's when case law was you know, what it's supposed to be. Not, not, I don't want to get into that too much, but what people talk about case law is how it restricts my rights, and diminishes them. And no case law can diminish my rights. Sorry to tell them that, but
yeah,
people that say that they're defenders of rights, they're fighting for rights. So why are they talking about case law that they think diminishes my rights? Case law can't diminish my rights. Because,
well, I mean, case law is not the law. It's a stare decisis, I suppose, in one sense that it's been decided. But at the same time, case law isn't law. You know what I mean? It's not Congress. Case law is fucking judicial. It's not a congressional or executive. So.
Right, but the only matters that go to the Supreme Court are matters of issues of rights. And that's what case law would be, is identifying more of our rights. Like the Ninth Amendment says that just because rights, they're not enumerated here, doesn't mean that we don't have them. So I think that the Supreme Court's job is to just identify more of our rights, not restrictions upon them. But that's still, that's
right.
Who's all here?
It's not operating as its express purpose, obviously. So not much point in even really talking about it. But it's just shit to throw in there, shit to use. Words, to help us understand what our rights are, so we can defend them. That's what they're for. That's what the Bill of Rights is for. So Farmer Joe didn't have to be a legal scholar. It's spelled out.
Well, the catch here is the catch here is what Adams or whatever Jefferson, I can't remember who it was, said to that gal who allegedly asked him what kind of government they'd given us, and he said, a republic. If you can keep it. In the republic, I don't vote, and that's good because I fucking win the election every term. You know what I mean? Like every time. Nobody polices me. I don't need anybody to fucking keep me in line.
I don't know if you can keep it, but I intend to defend my rights. About all I can say. That word "you" again. If you
right. Well, I mean, that's the thing. If you don't know your rights and then how to stand and enforce them, how to stand on your square, as the Moors would put it. But I mean,
yeah, if you don't know your rights, you don't have any. So that's the point of reading that stuff, I guess, because they're the only purpose of government is to protect the rights and property of the people. It's the only purpose. So they should be diligently working.
Well, I mean, that's what the states are here for. That's what the states are here for, allegedly. And then they say the same thing about the police. The only thing that's enacted police powers is the necessity for them to protect us and our shit. It's the sheriffs that go out and the deputies that go out looking for bad guys or whatever bullshit they give us.
Yeah, they are the bad guys. And that word "state" too is convoluted. like the federal as Department of State, you know, and states use different ways, you know, with a capital S or with lowercase s means two different things. Or New York State and State of New York, different things. It's all a fucking labyrinth of confusing terms and tricks, you know. Try to nail down the definition of citizen. Good luck with that. Where'd you go, Bleak? There he is.
Oh, I've got company, and so to not like keep these people from being able to communicate, I'm just muting out. Plus, we have such a horrible fucking feedback loop. So, license in blacks eighth is as a noun permission revocable. It's a use of flattery to commit some act that would otherwise be unlawful. An agreement
Like
not amounting to a lease or a profit or a privilege that is lawful for the licensee to enter the licensor's land or to do some act that would otherwise be illegal, such as hunting, game. See servitude. See servitude. Cases
I
would
got a
be
few things I
licenses
could add to
43
that.
CJS easements. What's that?
Servitude, huh?
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
So
Well,
this
you
would be
voluntarily.
43.
It's voluntary. It's not involuntary servitude. You voluntarily signed up for that servitude with the driver license.
So under column A, it says licenses authority to do any particular act or a series of acts upon another's land without possessing any estate therein. It is founded in personal confidence and not assignable, nor within the statute of frauds. That's going to be 2 James Kent commentaries on American law at 452 to 53. That's going to be the George Comstock edition, 11th edition, 1866. So 2 would be the certificate or document evidencing such permissions, license as a verb, artistic license, and open source license that prohibits the sale of modified software unless it is included in a package with other software. So like things that aren't FOSS, things that are proprietary to Microsoft or Apple or whatever. The bare license is a license in which no property interest passes to the licensee, who is merely and not who is merely not a trespasser. Wow, it's revocable.
Right. Well,
Also termed naked license or mere license. What's that?
no, go ahead. Keep going. I got something though.
Oh, there's a bunch of it. They've got compulsory license. So this is like copyright, statutorily created license that allows certain parties to use copyrighted material without explicit permission of the copyright owner in exchange for specified royalties. Executive license, general public license, see open source license, implied license. Go ahead.
I was gonna say on a license, it's kind of funny. I just opened up this unabridged dictionary to law abiding and lawless. But license, if you break that apart, it's sense. And then I guess that would be the root of the word licentiousness too. And
oh man, I hadn't checked out all the fucking different definitions for implied license. So there's applied license by acquiescence, applied license by conduct, applied. So this is a license based on a patentee's course of conduct, including language. So this would be implied license by equitable estoppel, implied license by legal estoppel, which is a license based upon a patentee's failure to take timely action to enforce a patent right. It's also implied as a patentee's broadcast grant of a right or interest that cannot be derogated by, I guess I don't know the definition of that, by the patentee's later acts. So I guess denigrated or depreciated license coupled with interest. Yeah, apparently this can be used to put public officials in estoppel.
I think it was Benjamin Franklin. I think he said that a tyranny will flourish on the throes of liberty, abuse of licentiousness. or something like that. And the licensee is somebody that if somebody rents an apartment, if you're a landlord, somebody rents an apartment from you, and then they move somebody in.
Yeah,
That
they've got licensee as
they let stay as a licensee.
so the
So
licensee is one
there.
to one who the license is granted, or one who has permission to enter or use another's premises, but only for the for one's own purpose and not for the occupier's benefit. The occupier has a duty to warn the licensee of any dangerous conditions. Blah 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 blah. As an example, the licensee in a social is a social guest, invitee, trespasser. Licensed by permission is one who has the owner's permission or passive consent to enter the owner's premises for one's own convenience, curiosity, or entertainment. Now, this to me, almost fucking without question, is implying that these motherfuckers own the roads that we paid for with our taxes. I don't know about your state, but in Kansas and Oklahoma, they put fucking turnpike fucking toll booths for the construction of these fucking highways and interstates. And boy, I'd be damned if they didn't turn around and fucking not take them down when they finish the highways like they said they would. The money that they make with this town has
they did that here.
What's that?
They did that here too. I just heard stories about it, but I remember when I was younger that people would say that those tolls were only supposed to be up until the construction was completed. And they never took them down.
Right here, our mayor is stepping down in Wellington for some reason, and I wouldn't doubt for a second that it's everything that's happened with Kansas's judicial administration's fucking leak. They were hacked, and there was a data breach, which for Kansas, the number of people. But not only that, but myself and others have been auditing their road repair. The federal government I'm talking fucking 42 upwards of fucking 50 million or whatever, and they don't do, Chris, I'll put it down in there.
Yeah, man. When they had the COVID-19 lockdowns.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was the first time I went out in a while. Since when that was going on, and it was like merging into a brave new world, man. The toll booths were gone with the entrance into the interstate. And they had all these cameras up, man, all over the place. It was real impressive.
I need a sugar, but I'm about to collapse.
You're not muted, Bleak.
Oh shit, my bad. Yeah, we're discussing adult type things like fucking breast bras and vagina panties.
Well, it's liberty is right before license in this dictionary. But
Right.
This is interesting. License plate, a plate or tag of leather, metal, or the like, bearing a registration number and indicating that a license has been obtained. So that's did you catch that? Bearing a registration number, which and indicating that a license has been obtained.
Right.
Well, I always wonder why they call it a license plate, because it's not a license plate, it's a registration plate placard.
So the first time the word driver appears in Black's Eighth is with the Law Enforcement Information Network. Says it's a computerized communication systems used in some states to document driver's license records, automobile registration, wanted persons files, etc. Now this is an interesting thing right here. Drive fucking automobile registration, all of these things, person, all of these things are kind of words of art with these guys, man. This is where that bill of particulars and fucking George Gordon and Carl Lewis, Carl Lentz and all that shit really comes in handy. I don't want to go all Randy Kelton or whatever over here, but if we stick to our guns, I've seen people fucking claim to walk in with a fucking Webster's and a fucking Blacks and be like, what are we using? Sorcery or fucking, education. I don't know that I'm going to fuck with that. Like I had a big old long fucking argument today with Jen and I about whether or not this government was de facto and fucking illegitimate. I mean, there's no debating, and you will not change my mind or change fucking history by saying that this government is legitimate and it has legitimate authority given to it by the people. I never fucking signed any contract with these fucking snakes in goddamn skin suits.
No,
You know what I mean?
How is it? It's not legitimate at all.
No, they pay taxes. Government is fucking de jure. Government is tax exempt, period. And it doesn't take the Clearfield Doctrine or anything like that. I mean, if somebody wants to argue this, they're retarded. Why are we paying taxes? On the W, and W4 stands for war. It's a war bond. It's a gift from our government to the crown because they never fucking relinquished this place to anybody. It's a prison. It's a penal colony.
Well, if they were the government, then they wouldn't require your signature. They wouldn't need your signature to do things. They would just do it.
Well, they're dealing in securities. And see, that's the Bills of Middlesex. That's kind of what gave us the right there, and the Treaty of Ghent, the Unum Sanctum, the Papal Bulls. Certain things gave us our freedoms.
Now
What they call those unalienable.
The definition of license plate. This is from 1957. This dictionary. They're saying the license plate is indicating that a license has been obtained, which is there is no license obtained having to do with the license plate, which is the registration. There's more to look into with that, but then licentious. Listen to the definition of this: wanton, unrestrained, using license, from licentia, using license, indulging freedom to excess, unrestrained by law, loose. Definition 2, exceeding the limits of law or propriety, wanton, unrestrained, lascivious, synonymous, voluptuous, dissolute, debauched, profligate, unbridled, in a licentious.
You say dissolute?
Huh?
Say dissolute.
Dissolute.
Oh, dissolute. Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say I don't feel that dissolute is a fucking word. Like something is afoot here, and it's not just my dick. No, I'm teasing. Here you go. You like that little play on words?
Yeah.
Well,
that's a play on words there, man. How is it? Licentious is using license. But license means you got permission, right? But it's unrestrained by law.
What is like a lysergic acid, or like what are other words that you can think of in the English, in the common English language that would start with the prefix lie? I really can't.
Licentious. Well, I could lice, the police, the louse.
How about lientry? Lientry is one. Lientry is a Lientry. I believe lientry is like it's when you shit your guts out basically whole. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of more. Libel.
Liability.
This has got to stem from something.
Liar.
Yeah.
Lie.
Okay. Bring it up.
Well, lie is LI is a Chinese road measure. It says Chinese measure of weight, or a Chinese coin. And libel, spread defamation against. And libant, tasting or touching delicately. Well, let's see. I got the definition of liberty here. Let's see. Because we're bestowed by our Creator with certain unalienable rights, and among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Right? Liberty, freedom, freedom from restraint, in a general sense, applicable to the body or to the will or mind, as the body is at liberty when not confined. The will or mind is at liberty when not checked or controlled. In philosophy, the ability of a rational mind to choose and decide in conformity to reason or motive, freedom of the will, exemption from compulsion or restraint, and willing or volition. Freedom from restraint, abridged only so far as is necessary and expedient for the safety and interest of the society, state, or nation. Civil liberty. Number 4, privilege, exemption, right or immunity enjoyed by prescription or by grant, as liberty to speak, to play, to go ashore. A space in which one is permitted to pass without restraint, and beyond which he may not lawfully pass, with a plural, as the liberties of a prison. 6, freedom of action or speech beyond the ordinary bounds of civility or decorum. 7,
Ooh.
the curvature in a horse's bit to allow room for the tongue. At liberty, free from
Sorry, it
occupation,
booted me.
constraint, or use. Liberty of the press, where do we have that? Freedom from any restriction on the power to publish books, the free power of publishing what one pleases, subject only to punishment for abusing the privilege, or publishing what is mischievous to the public or injurious to individuals. Mischievous to the public?
All right, it cut me out for a minute. Sorry about that. I am having some technical difficulties, although still exceedingly handsome.
Yeah, do you want to roll the
drop
video?
my camera and see if that doesn't kind of cut back on the lag here. How's that?
Were you going to roll the video?
How's that? That beautiful bean footage. I absolutely can, man. I absolutely can. I was going to go over the prefix lie real quick. It says meaning of the prefix lie. It doesn't have it.
You know what? Like, I have license to cross the street, right? I mean, used in that. Could you say that? I have license to cross the street, to check the mail or whatever. I think that is how it would be used. License.
It appears to be tie, to bind, or to link something.
Yeah,
So
let me
I
read
guess
what
libel that
let
doesn't.
me read license in here. This is entomological dictionary. License, freedom,
Nice.
liberty, license, to be permitted. I have license to use my automobile. I don't need to, but it's one of those words with, dual, triple meanings. License is leave, permission, authority, or liberty given to do or forbear any act, especially one otherwise prohibited. So it can mean permission or a right. The paper containing such authority. Excess of liberty, exorbitant freedom, freedom abused or used in contempt of law or decorum. Variation from fact or fixed rule for the purpose of poetical, rhetorical, or other effect. License. The license. Permit by grant of authority. To remove legal restraint
Right. Well,
by a grant of permission, as to license a man to keep a saloon. License, permitted by authority, one having a license as innkeeper, particularly one license to sell intoxicants. So at the time of this publishing, the number one use of license was not the driver license, because I believe that became a real big deal in 1961. It doesn't even mention
Right,
it.
right.
It doesn't even mention it about an automobile. Yeah. So the definitions haven't been perverted to suit that lie.
Right. So the suffix of since is to shit. Hold on one sec.
So I mean, the way I see it, then I have license to do whatever I want. My rights are unlimited until they were to interfere with somebody else's rights. I don't need a permission. I have license to do that. Why? Because I'm a free man. I
Right.
decide.
Well, if you don't raise issue with it, you know what I mean?
Unless I'm blocking a public easement, or I ram into somebody on the easement, causing them loss, injury, or harm, then I have license to travel up and down that easement all day long if I want to. Right? But that
Right.
word's not used in that sense. The word's not used in that sense today. But that's what it meant. You have license. I have license to decide if I want to get up and go to the bathroom. I don't need to raise my hand and ask if I can go to the bathroom. I have license to. Right? Right, Blake?
Sorry, there's a train going by, man. I'm going to be out for a sec.
All right. Well, let's see. You got another definition here for you.
So to use scene, like the suffix CENE instead of CENSC, means to cement, to cenacle, to cenotaph, Cenozoic, I guess. It's a Celtic word for cementation, like cemetery. That's funny because they call us, dead.
You know what? You know how the word liberal is everyone's like, oh, it's used in a derogatory sense. I mean, from what I always hear anyway. The term liberal, isn't it?
Well, it is derogatory, dude. If you're a child and you
Listen
have
to
a
this
fucking
listen to
heart,
this
you're a
definition.
liberal. If
Listen to
you're
this definition
if you're
of it.
if you're an adult and you have a brain, you're a fucking conservative. I mean, simple as, man.
No, that's man, that's what the television told you. Listen to this definition.
Well, no,
here.
I would say I would apply this to anything, man. Like if I'm a child and you need a cigarette and I have one, you can have one of my cigarettes. Of course, you're welcome to it. As an adult, fuck, no problem. You know the difference. Like we've discussed the difference, man. You're welcome means that anytime, man. I'd love to provide you any sort of service at any juncture. It'd be prudent of me, and it would be respectable. But no problem means that, like, generally to do this sort of thing for you would be a fucking pain in my ass. But today it's not a problem. No, I'd see it just that way, man. Like the way kids will throw their fucking roach out the window, and I'll be like, "Oh, you're a dick, dude." Like fucking. And I mean to say, like, that conservative by its very term, that to think that classical liberal or fucking classical conservative are what they were 50 years ago or even exist anymore is kind of ludicrous. You know what I mean?
Well, listen to this definition, what it says for liberal. And just because they dumb down everyone's vocabularies or something didn't change the meanings of words. There's all kinds of words that are used in a different sense than what the actual meaning of the word is, but they do that to us on purpose to take those words away from us, or you can't use them in the sense that they are because everyone thinks it means this, and I think I just came across one. Listen to this: liberal, of or pertaining to a free man, befitting a free man, noble, liberal, of a free heart, free to give or bestow, munificent, bountiful, generous, giving largely, as a liberal donor. I think that's what it's used in the political sense. Like they give everything away to the you know, generous, ample, large, a liberal donation, not selfish, narrow, bigoted, or contracted. Catholic, what? Enlarged. And Catholic must mean something other than the religion and two. Enlarged, embracing other interests than one's own, as liberal sentiments. General, extensive, embracing literature and the sciences generally as a liberal education. Free, not literal or strict, as in a liberal construction of law. Not mean. Mean means like vile, base, contemptuous, not low in birth or mind. There you have it. Liberal, one who advocates greater freedom of thought or action, one who has liberal principles. Liberality, a way of thinking or acting befitting a free man. Nobleness, generosity, liberality. Munificence.
Right.
No,
Right.
Munificence.
is that interpret? Is that the literal?
Are you ready to start this video?
Yeah, go ahead. Get me started reading definitions. Be here all night.
Caught.
Yeah, it's not going to work, is it? Well, coming up on the hour mark. I'm the only sign of life here at that point. I'm going to bow out.
Everybody is getting into the act. State police, the NYPD, the city sheriff, as well as the Port Authority and the MTA. MTA head Jano Lieber says, think twice.
Thing like that now affixed to your plate, attached to your plate, it would be wise to remove it because you're going to get stopped by a bridge and tunnel officer or one of our brother and sister agencies.
Yeah, you can see the video on my channel. If I could figure out this laptop thing.
And we will collect on the money that you owe us.
And repeat offenders should be.
No, you won't, motherfuckers. I don't know you nothing. I could do a video too about those toll papers. I saved them just for that. I'll do that soon while we're on the topic.
And that's where I'm at with it. I think that this not being my idea, I should let the man speak for himself. But that's where, I mean, hats off to you, man. Like I gotta credit where it's due, man. Fucking Wi-Fi. This idea is so monumental and instrumental, dude. It just does not make any sense how you're the first person to come up with it. But I'm not surprised, man. You're definitely the smartest person I've met in my lifetime, I think. And the way your mind works is fucking brilliant.
Oh, thanks, man. Yeah, it is a big idea, man. I hope it takes root. I don't see how
I don't see how it can't, man. I'm going to go back through this and I'm going to tag every one of these El Fistero, fucking Hell's Angel. I don't give a shit. What are they going to do? Take my birthday away? I hope to God somebody fucking plastered my ass, dude.
What's that? Got down by you? Sons of Silence, the Galloping Goose.
Sure, there's that one where the dude that played Hellboy was the father of the underwear model, and all the extras were very not convincing. Yeah, those guys, I'm gonna get them all. I'm gonna fucking the dude that Arnold Schwarzenegger beats up at the beginning of Terminator. I'm gonna fucking get them all, dude.
Yeah, you want me to send you down some right to travel flyers to send to them?
You have, I think. Are you talking about the hand drawing? That shit was fucking awesome, dude.
You want me to drop a few in the mail for you?
I still have mine. I could probably just make copies, but if you want to, yeah, dude. I always enjoy the correspondence, man. You tend to use really awesome stamps, and your penmanship's fucking pretty on point. So
I got a photocopy machine right here, and I just got some paper. So.
Oh yeah, that's right. You just got one of the industrial size motherfuckers, huh?
Yeah, I'll make you some copies. How many pieces of paper go in an envelope? 6 or 7? For on one stamp.
To stay under one stamp, I think it is 7. Yeah, but you should try it tax per Q. I actually just mailed a pound of fucking dirt out to California. It took me 3 tries, but I made it happen. Queens mail, baby.
Really?
Queens mail. Yep. Cheers to whatever fucking bot or goddamn agents out there in the crowd. I'm going to drop a link. You can fucking copy, paste, and fucking shove it up your ass or come on up onto the panel. We'd love to have you on here so that you can explain to us, whatever it is you're trying to talk about, like, fucking open bobs or whatever. So you want me to roll back into this?
Yeah. I was just going to, I forget where I heard it from. They said, you get those things in the mail. It says no postage necessary if mailed within the United States. There's like a return card.
Yeah, this is essentially the Pitney Bowes. It's not the Pitney Bowes. There's a different kind of I can't remember what it's called. Jason being in fucking in right now. God, that's no better reminder. That motherfucker just knows every term for fucking everything. I don't know where he stores it.
I think what you can't alter where that's going. It's got a fixed destination, but it says no postage necessary. And I read somewhere that that's a way to get rid of your garbage. You want to just paste that to a box of garbage and send it off.
Supposedly you can get your whole shit like off the tax roll for your county, like with your county recorder, and you can get rid of your address entirely and move to it's a rural route. It's not a rural route though. There's another name for it. Like when I was a kid, I had a rural route C box 131B or some shit like that. And then as an adult, like as a teenager or whatever, as changed all that shit to like 799 Southwest 10 Road. So they would come up with all these different little fucking gerrymandering shit. Keep their little ass. Everybody thinks like these we.
Yeah, you're breaking
say that we need to change the laws. Oh shit! The saying that that the problem is congressionally, like the representatives on a higher end. It's absolute bullshit, man. There's no way that that's what's going on. Like it's these fucking people on a local level, the municipalities and shit. They need to go down first. if we could take back our districts, then we can take back our fucking, counties and take back our states. It's fucking pretty much, that's the only way it's going to happen. Like these sheriffs, they're not constitutional. So either they need to be constitutional sheriffs or they need to be.
There's no such thing really as a county. It's just an imaginary line. It's just, it's gang turf is really what it is.
Shannon.
You could go to the county line, unless it's a river or a creek or something, you're not going to see it.
All right. So I'm going to start this video again.
Yeah. Okay. It was breaking up. Let's see how it does.
Trying to blaze through this bad boy.
We'll get some of them out to you in the mail. Yeah, it's not doing anything, Bleak. I'll call this one a rap. Or I'll jump out. You gotta call it a rap.
Task force consists of city and state agencies, the NYPD, the New York City Sheriff, and others, with an interest in making sure that people aren't driving ghost cars and in sending a message to not to think about
locally for quite some time. We're joining a larger operation both on the state and city level.
In one sweep yesterday, the multi-agency operation here on the RFK Triborough Bridge and a couple of other locations issued nearly 300 summonses, made 8 arrests, and impounded 73 vehicles with phony or disguised plates, making sure everyone's plates are legit and can be seen by the plate readers so that tolls are paid. But the NYPD is very and if law enforcement officers themselves are caught obscuring their plates on their own vehicles, the mayor and the commissioner insist they won't get away with it either.
Another First Amendment right would be the. See, no state can require you to have a license to travel freely unencumbered, and we'll go into that and show you how that is taken care of. Okay. The bottom line.
Millions of us. If we were all on the same page, how will we do it? How do we organize? I have a large platform. I can get the word out. But how do we do this? What's the first step? How do we communicate properly? I said before, I don't want to do anything in the dark. I want everything in the light. No RICOs. Everybody knows our intentions. No federal investigations, none of that type of stuff. What I'm proposing is bigger.
That the police, they don't have to get a license. Who's more oppressive on the roadways in their vehicles than the police? So, but they prefer to remain anonymous, with homemade placards on there. Go to the DMV. They don't want to do it, even though they're not the ones paying for it, and they would never get a ticket. They still won't do it. So why the hell should we? We're not required to. Show me the law.
Then why people do that, I don't know for the life of me. But I digress. We pull all our money out of them, and then on top of that, we don't eat there. We put them out of business. This is the type of realistic power we have. If we discipline ourselves, we could be just as powerful. At state, there's thousands of bikers.
And those daring dirt bike dragsters are back on the streets of oUtLaW.
News 4's Patrick Ryan is getting answers about how City Hall and police are pumping the brakes on these illegal joyrides.
As summer approaches, more people are out and about. Shower made believe he captured this video of vehicles driving on the Skagekwa Expressway earlier this month. One ATV driver making
All right, so this is fun. This has been entertaining. The shit just keeps fucking getting worse. We're gonna keep rolling with it though. We're just gonna fucking plow them through, as mom would say. She'd say, "Where there is not a path, I will make one." And then she'd crack her knuckles and fucking grab her crotch like Michelle Obama. You know what I mean? Oh, Michelle Obama. Can't beat them. Can't beat thongs. That's what's good.
Police powers. We're doing this to protect you, Mr. John Q. Public, from those drunk drivers out there, those wicked, evil,
We have the number you can call with a tip about an illegal ATV or dirt bike riding around Buffalo at WKBW.com. Olivia Proya, 7 Eyewitness News.
Ran off the road, and then the last time I followed home, beaten, robbed.
Yeah.
Even pulling over, you know. Why the hell am I pulling over? What's the emergency? You know what I mean? Isn't pulling over is kind of submitting, you know, and standing under the authority. Pulling over, you mean ran off the road? You know,
Listen.
The person you've encountered considers himself to be a sovereign citizen who is immune from the law. First, notice. If you try to call in many sovereign plates, you'll find no record of them, and for good reason. They're either homemade or professionally produced fakes. They may display
check it out. Mostly because this is crap. Check it out. And I'm tired fucking with it. Gage, if StreamYard was a person, I would kick it in the fucking ovaries. If it can't be a man. StreamYard can't be a man. If it was a building, I would fucking shit in my hand and fling it at the walls inside. You motherfucker. Anyways, thanks to our lovely host StreamYard this evening. This is not a paid promotion. I just want to say that the service is actually pretty stellar for being a fucking freemium service. Restream.io is way fucking better. I'm just throwing that out there. And if you haven't seen the True Lies copy pasta, then you're in luck because it really sucked. But I'm gonna try again for the sake of trying again, because that's what we do. The old True Lies copy pasta is where it's at. Oh yeah. Fuck yeah, baby. Now just imagine, if you will, being on the set of True Lies. And imagine being Arnold in that scene, having to be all like, damn, Jamie Lee Curtis, you fucking fine ass little sexy with all your tight body and horrific androgynous monster face expressions. I would totally, you know what I mean? Have all of the sex with you. Both my character and the real me, Arnold, big muscles ass Schwarzenegger, when all he really wants to do is fuck another 16-year-old in his dressing room, you know? Like seriously, imagine having to be Arnold and not only sit in that chair while Jamie Lee Curtis flaunts her disgusting fucking 90-year-old body in front of you. The favorable lighting in the on scene, barely concealing her stretch marks and gelatinous fucking varicose veins and leathery skin like a couch, and just sit there, take after take, hour after hour, while she perfected that dance, not only having to tolerate her monstrous monstrosity of a fucking visage, but to have to sit there with her haughty attitude as everyone on set tells her that she's still got it, or damn, Jamie Lee Curtis looks like that. Wow. Because they're not the ones who have to sit there, you know, and watch her mannish fucking gremlin, dour, 7.5 foot tall ass, like with her face contorting into these various forms of putrefaction that you didn't even know existed before today. You know, you've been fucking nothing but a healthy diet of blondes and supermodels, and then later alleged rape victims for your entire career, coming straight out of the boonies in Australia. You've never even seen anything this fucking disgusting before, not with your own eyes. And now you swear you can fucking practically taste the sweat that's breaking out on her dimpled, fucking hairy, like fucking treasure trail stomach as she sucks it in and out to writhe it suggestively at you, like smugly assured that you're enjoying the opportunity to get paid and sit there and revel in her statuesque, for that is what she calls herself, beauty. You know, the beauty she worked so hard for with personal trainers in the previous months. Ugh. And the director calls for yet another take after yelling cut. And you know you could probably easily kill every single fucking person in this room before the studio security could even get down there to try and put you down. But you just sit there and endure it because you're fucking Arnold. Maria's on the way. You're not going to lose your future political career over this, where the dude drop kicks you in the gymnasium. Just bear it. Just hide your face and bear it. Get to the chopper or what the fuck ever. I don't know. Anyways, that was brought to you in part by Jurisdictionary. Jurisdictionary gave Frederick Graves some fucking money. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. Fucking, yep. Oh, this just isn't wise. This isn't wise. Let's see what we've got here. And it's
This training video will teach you what angry slogans to scream, how to blend into a typical American city,
Yeah.
and so much more. Here are Ahmed and Aman. They may be brothers, but they couldn't be more different. Ahmed knows punctuality is important. He makes sure to leave plenty of time to get to his bombing site. Aman leaves everything to the last minute. Ahmed double checks the address of the bombing site, so there are no mistakes. Aman doesn't. Ahmed dresses properly for work, wearing clothing that is loose enough to hide his explosives. Aman dresses inappropriately. And don't forget, as a martyr, you'll receive eternal life in paradise for you and one.
Oh my God. Fuck.
Are you looking for
All right. This does not represent the
question their reality.
or whatever of YouTube.
Do I know exactly what we live on? No, I don't. What do I know? Well, I know that they're lying to us.
Everything you're told is completely against what you experience.
everything is asked backwards? Think about it. Everything. You should just believe that. Because you're just submitting to it. You're just consenting to everything that they do, so they just keep doing it.
They just keep doing it. I tell people we don't need to be Muslim. You know?
We need to be able to
just be loud and outspoken. Speak
What did Tyler say?
traveling across the galaxy stimulates the brain cell on the far side. That means the brain is a chemical machine too. How can we connect that microscopic puzzle with our conscious minds? One obvious fact is that sometimes we're awake, sometimes we're asleep. For sleeping and waking, the switches have now been located here.
It's almost everything.
Stand by. Boy, I'm having a rough time finding something that isn't just incredibly racist, guys. You know, Mike. Or I suppose, do any of us know Mike? I don't know Mike. I don't have any firsthand knowledge. Oh, this one looks like a good one to lose the channel to. Here we go. Knowledge.
Not a weary, full-fed drowsiness, but an alert and conscious emptiness. Released from my body, I flew with my thoughts, and while I soared, it seemed to me a vast and boundless being called my name. Hermes, what are you looking for? Who are you? I asked. I am the way guide, the supreme mind, the thoughts of Atum, the one God. I am with you, always and everywhere. I know your desires. Make your questions conscious, and they will be answered. Show me the nature of reality. Bless me with knowledge of Atum, I begged. Suddenly, everything changed before me. Reality was opened out in a moment. I saw the boundless view. All became dissolved in light, united within one joyous love. Yet the light cast a shadow, grim and terrible, which, passing downwards, became like restless water, chaotically tossing forth spume like smoke. And I heard an unspeakable lament, an inarticulate cry of separation. The light then uttered a word which calmed the chaotic waters. My guide asked, "Do you understand the secrets of this vision? I am that light, the mind of God. My calming word is the Son of God, the idea of beautiful order, a harmony of all things with all things. Primal mind is parent of the word, just as, in your own experience, your human mind gives birth to speech. For life is the union of mind and word. Now fix your attention upon the light and become one with it." When he had said this, he looked into me, eye to eye. Until, trembling, I saw and thought limitless power within the light, to form an infinite yet ordered world, and I was amazed. I saw in the darkness of the deep, chaotic water without form, permeated with a subtle, intelligent breath of divine power. Atum's word fell on the fertile waters, making them pregnant with all forms. Ordered by the harmony of the word, the four elements came into being, combining to create the brood of living creatures. The fiery element was articulated as the constellations of the stars and the gods of the seven heavenly bodies, revolving forever in celestial circles. The word then leapt up from the elements of nature and reunited with mind, the maker, leaving mere matter devoid of intelligence. My guide said, "You have perceived the boundless primal idea, which is before the beginning. By Atum's will, the elements of nature were born as reflections of this primal thought in the waters of potentiality. These are the primary things, the prior things, the first principles of all in the universe. Atum's word is the creative idea, the supreme limitless power, which nurtures and provides for all the things that through it are created. I have shown you everything. Why do you wait? Write the wisdom you have understood in hieroglyphic characters, carved on stone in the holy sanctuary. Make yourself a spiritual God who is worthy of the gift of knowledge, so that through you, Atum may save humankind." I was overwhelmed with gratitude to the All-Father who had graced me with. In awe and reverence, I prayed, "Please never let me fall away from this knowledge of your being, so that I may enlighten those who are in darkness." Then, with his power, his spiritual striving, through constant contemplation, to attain true knowledge of Atum, the one God. But speaking now, in times to come, no one will pursue philosophy with single-mindedness and purity of heart. Those with a grudging and ungenerous temperament will try and prevent men discovering the priceless gift of immortality. And wisdom, because the mystery.
Your platform is something that is enough to make even the gods.
Number 3, Sand Niggers.
All right, well, go your good way, brothers and sisters. I had the distinct pleasure this evening of being your host, the one and only Bleak Narratives. Be sure to tip your waitress, wash behind your ears, and don't masturbate, because there's a bearded Jew that is watching you from the clouds, and I assure you he fucking enjoys it. Tomorrow I will be history. Cheers.